It will be a Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica final in the West Indies Regional Super 50 cricket competition. Hello everyone, this is the Cricket Forum, your place for the latest news, views, rumors, and gossips in the world of cricket. Thank you for tuning in. Please slash a like on the video, share, and subscribe. Before I gloat a little, I just want to mention the curator and the ground staff at the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium. They have done a tremendous job. Despite the challenges with the lights, and I must say in these last two matches, I don't know if it missed me, but there were no challenges I saw with the light. I fell asleep in both games, so I do not know if during the time I was sleeping, if there was an issue with the light. But to the best of my knowledge, there were no issues with the light. And Keith Roy Black, who is the manager for the facility at the Sir Viv Richards Stadium, well done, sir. Well done. I also want to congratulate the head curator, whoever he is. And if anyone in this chat is aware of who the head curator at the Sir Vivian Richards Oval is, please mention the person name in the chat, because he has done a tremendous job. He and his staff have done a tremendous job to produce a cricket square that have produced over 1,250 runs in 200 overs of cricket. And the people of the Caribbean who love cricket are very happy and have been thrilled by the last 2 days of cricket. Whether your team won or lose or lost, you would have been thrilled. You would have been excited because both matches went deep, very deep. One of them went to the final delivery. Last night, it went to the 49th over. So well done to the people at the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium. Well done, well done. Now, on Wednesday, when I was previewing the match, I said that it would have been a Jamaica-Trinidad final. I got that right. You know, as I said yesterday, I only get things right 55% of the time. And at this occasion, I did not even get it 100% right, because I said that Trinidad would have beaten Barbados easily, and that match went down to the wire. I did say that the Jamaica-Guyana match is going to be very competitive, but because of the Guyanese bowling, they were not getting enough wickets, because apart from Mutty and Shepherd, no other Guyanese bowlers have more than 5 wickets. Excuse me. Thank you. So I'd given Jamaica the edge to win the second semi-final, although I predicted it was close, and it was close. So when I get things right, because I only get it right 55% of the time, I love to gloat a little. It's just human. I have to praise myself. I have to promote myself. These big companies, these Red Stripe and these Amazons and all those companies, they have public relation people who are promoting themselves. These Facey and all these big companies, they have public relation people who promote the company. So I don't have that staff around me, so I have to promote myself. I got it right that it will be a Trinidad and Jamaica finals. But what a match it was last night. Just looking in the comment. Good morning, Sheldon. No issues with the light, although I believe that the towers are too close to the field to light the boundaries perfectly. Thank you for that comment, Sheldon, and thank you for telling me that there were no issues with the light. I appreciate that. Sheldon, do you know what is the name of the groundsman, the head curator? Because it was a lovely pitch. It was a lovely square for these two matches, and these people need to be congratulated. Because when they don't do a good job, we flog them and we talk at them. So we must praise them. So now to the game. Guyana batted first. Thank you, Sheldon. Guyana batted first and made 318. What looked like it was a very, very impressive total. Sabio 14. Good morning. I told you yesterday. I told you, I told you, and you did not bet. You went for under. But that's how it goes. We understand. So Guyana batted first and made 318. And we all thought that this was a big total that Jamaica would not have made it. I'm very happy to see the way that Hetmyer, Rutherford, Kevin Sinclair, and Shepherd batted. They really turned up the ante in those final 12 overs. It was a magnificent display of batting from the Guyanese team. Remember that after 38 overs, Guyana was 190 for 4 after 38 overs. So in those last 12 overs, they scored 128 runs. It was brilliant batting, and it was down to the quality of the pitch that was playing very, very true, that these batsmen could hit through the line of the delivery. And Hetmyer and particular Rutherford, they were at their scintillating best. They played some very, very good shots. And anyone who was watching that match must have been thrilled to see the form that in particular Hetmyer was in. This was Hetmyer's largest total of the tournament, and he came to perform because he was going to respond to Puran 111 the day before. So Hetmyer came to perform, and he did well. 318 for 9 looked very good. At the halfway stage, I didn't know that Jamaica was going to get up and get it. I did not believe Jamaica was going to get it. But I want to credit, though, the Guyanese batted well, but we must not overlook the performance of Odean Smith. In 2 days of cricket, over 1,250 runs were scored, and he's the only bowler that got 5 wickets. We should not overlook that performance of Odean Smith getting 5 for 65. He went for over 7 runs or over, but if you look at all of the seamers in the match, they went for 7 or more runs per over. But he's the only one that got 5 wickets. And in particularly, when you remember that Lyndon Johnson was dropped off his bowling. Yes, that is so true, Sheldon, because Jamaica dropped a number of catches. Very true, Sheldon. Jamaica dropped a number of catches. And as I was saying, Odean Smith got 5 for 65 in that mayhem. That was very good. That was a very good bowling when over 637 runs scored in the match, and one bowler got 5 for 65. So we must not overlook the performance of Odean Smith. I think the performance of Smith is equally as brilliant as Hetmyer and Powell performances, and Brandon King too. So I think that it was an equal performance, because here was a batting wicket. No other pace bowler in the 2 matches got 5 wickets, and he got 5 for 65. So we must give him credit. King dropped 2 Smith King dropped 2 crucial catches. Yes, and Hetmyer also dropped a crucial catch when he dropped Rovman Powell. I think Rovman Powell was 65 at the time. So Jamaica chasing 318. And boy, oh boy, can King bat. Now, I have long since said, even before I started doing this commentary, before the Cricket Forum, I have always said in my private capacity that I think that Brandon King is the best batsman in the West Indies. That's what I've always said. And I always believe that he should play more red ball cricket and develop his game some more. Yesterday, at the start of that innings, did you hear the sweet sound coming from the bat of Brandon King? He was striking the ball so good. Some crisp shot. It was a wonderful display of batsmanship as he eased his way to 64 and tell you what happened. He gave it away, reaching for a wide ball from Mutti, the left-arm orthodox spinner who many think should be in Australia and Guyana best bowler. Tossed up one wide outside the half stump. King reaching for it and spoiled a simple catch. I think it was Hetmyer who took the catch. So King was really going well, Saviour 14. He was going well before he gave it away as usual. But then, after King dismissal, a brilliant partnership between Halwyn Williams from St. Mary in Jamaica and the West Indies vice captain and Jamaica captain, Rovman Powell, who put on 104 in 93 deliveries, tilt the balance of the match in Jamaica's favor. It was tilted during that partnership. But when Alwyn Williams went off Kevin Sinclair for 45, I think 45 or 46, when Alwyn Williams went off Sinclair and then someone immediately went after that, the match was on a knife edge. But Bulai came and joined Powell and they put on a brisk 35 runs partnership. And then Smith came and joined Powell also, and then another brisk 37-run partnership. And in the end, Jamaica won, you could say reasonably comfortable by 3 wickets as the match ended with Javon Royal hitting Kevin Niall Smith for 6 over long on to give Jamaica victory by 3 wickets. It was wonderful cricket. It was cricket at its very best. And we saw for the second consecutive days, both teams making over 300 runs. And to consider that before Wednesday, there was no match in regional 50-over cricket where both teams score over 300 runs in the same match. And for it to happen twice in 2 days, we must give credit to the ground staff and we must give credit to the players who capitalized on the good opportunity that the pitch, the square presented, and they made full use of it. And kudos to the ground staff at the Antigua Recreation Ground. So it will be a Jamaica Trinidad final. Who I want to win? Jamaica. Who I think is going to win? I don't know yet. I'm going to do my analysis and tomorrow morning I will tell you who is going to win. But if you ask me who I want to win, I would say Jamaica. But interestingly, Powell innings and a lot of talk in Jamaica now, the volume has turned up. The volume has turned up that Powell is the best man to captain Jamaica, to captain the West Indies team. I am here not saying that. But remember, on Wednesday, Pooran made 111 and led Trinidad and Tobago to victory. Remember that. So this 100 by Powell is a response to Pooran 111. So I know that there was a lot of guiding during the Jamaican innings. Powell tried to guide the batsmen through it, and we were hearing that coming out through the microphone. Maybe Pooran was doing the same thing. It's just that maybe Pooran was doing it quieter and we weren't hearing it. So remember, I know a lot of Jamaicans want to see Powell captain in the West Indies team. I am not saying, I have no comment on the issue at the moment. I'm just saying that remember, Pooran also is in the finals with Trinidad and Tobago. And Pooran, the present West Indies captain, he made 111 of 82 deliveries in that semifinals. So remember that also. Powell's performance was brilliant, but remember, Pooran's performance was also brilliant too. So we should realize that. Well, Sabio, you really want to get Pooran early. That's very good. Wonderful cricket, yes. Over 20,000 viewers were watching. Yes, Sabio, I realized that over 20,000 persons were watching the match last night. So although 1,000 persons were not in the stadium, over 20,000 persons were watching the match on YouTube last night. And we know that ESPN was carrying it also. And ESPN was showing it all over the world. Sheldon said TNT to the world. Pooran 99, then 111 in back-to-back games. That is true, you know. Because in the match leading up to, in the last group match in Trinidad, Pooran made 99 not out. And remember, you know, Sheldon, I predicted that, you know, Sheldon. Remember that I predicted that now that he's advertising for an IPL contract, he's going to come to the party. You remember, Sheldon, that I predicted that? Check the video that I did Wednesday morning. Check at the 8-minute part. At the 8-minute time, check it, Sheldon, and you'll see that I predicted that Pooran was going to come to the party because he's advertising for an IPL contract. Check it, Sheldon. But thank you for pointing it out to me, Sheldon, because I never remember the 99 at this time. But I did predicted it. I did predicted it, that he's going to come to the party. So thank you, Sheldon, for pointing out that. Yes, so Pooran would have made 99 in the last group match in Trinidad, and now he followed that up with 111 in this first semifinals and lead his team to victory. And so Powell innings was magnificent. He's the West Indies vice captain. Pooran innings was also brilliant. He's the West Indies captain. And I know the debate is going to rage on which one should captain the West Indies team. It is good. It is good bar talk. A lot of drinks will be sold over these discussions, and it is good for discussion. It is healthy. It is very healthy. It's a very healthy discussion, and I hope that the conversation continue. Pooran is averaging over 200 runs in the last 2 innings. That's very good. Now, the other thing that I want to look at this morning is West Indies cricket. Now, as you know, West Indies is playing their opening practice match in Australia. They are playing their opening practice match in Australia. West Indies made 424. Now, the scores from the previous day, I would have given you that yesterday, where Brathwaite made 75, Brooks 56, Older was 50 not out, Blackwood was 42 not out. Both Blackwood and Older did not come back to back this morning. They retired out. They retired out. Now, Devon Thomas made 77 not out. He and Joseph put on 104 for the 10th wicket before West Indies declared at 424 for 9, with Thomas making 77 not out. According to the West Indies website, he batted very well. The match is not being shown, but West Indies is saying that he was in spanking form and he made 424. Now, the Australian team in reply, they are 259 for 2 at the close of play. 259 for 2. And that is cause for grave concern. I am concerned. I don't know how many of you are concerned, but I am very, very concerned that a team with no first-class player now can be 259 for 2 against West Indies. Oliver Davis, who made 115 of 106 deliveries, is a 22-year-old young man with no first-class cricket at all. He turned 22 in October, I think October 14th or so. He turned 22 in October. He has no first-class West experience whatsoever, and yet still, this young man could put the West Indies bowling to the sword and score 115 of 106 deliveries. I am very concerned about what it is going to look like in the test match. I'm nervous. This is cricket, and it's a game of glorious uncertainty. And I hope that the West Indies can beat Australia in Australia. But with this performance of the bowling last night, our time, against this Australia select 11 of some youngsters with no first-class experience, Michael Kane is saying, no need to worry about the bowling. The batting is what we should worry about. Michael Kane, I take your view. And this is what this community is about, for expressing opinion. And I'm glad for your comment. And I will try and find some comfort in what you're saying. But let us tell you what happened last night. Apart from Roach, who went for 2 runs or over, he bowled 2 overs. He bowled 10 overs for 20 runs. He went for 2 runs and over. Anderson Phillips bowled 9 overs and he went for about 2.77 runs per over. So Anderson Phillips, in his 9 overs, he conceded less than 3 runs and over. I think 9 overs for 24 runs or 25, thereabout. 9 overs for 25 runs, Anderson Phillips. Apart from those 2 bowlers, the other bowlers were put to the sword, including my favorite bowler in the West Indies team. Alzarri Joseph went for more than 4 runs per over. Seals went for almost 5 runs per over. Chase and Reefer both went for more than 5 runs per over. Yes, both Chase and Reefer went for more than 5 runs per over. Seals went for almost 5. Joseph went for 4 runs per over. Now, this 20-year-old Oliver Davis put that bowling West Indies attack to the sword. Older did not bowl. Older did not bowl. They did not use Older to bowl. I am concerned, and Michael Kane, I take your advice, and I'm trying to get some comfort for what you are saying. And I pray and hope that you are right. And thank you for the comment. And I'm really glad that you said that, put that comment in it, because it sort of calmed me down, Michael Kane, because I was a bit getting very worried, but it sort of calmed me down when you said no need to worry. So thank you for that comment. But those statistics shows that the West Indies bowling was flogged last night by a 22-year-old young man with no first-class experience. McDonald, the captain, who is on 76 not out, 75 or 76 not out, he too has no first-class experience. He has no first-class experience. He has never played a first-class match in his life. Attenborough, who made 51, has no first-class experience either. So these 3 West End Australian cricketers with no first-class experience whatsoever took Joseph, Chase, Seals, and Reefer for more than 4 runs and over. These 3 youngsters with no first-class experience took them for more than 4 runs per over. So I must be concerned. Sheldon, the batting will do well. Sheldon is confident that the batting will do well in Australia. I'm very glad about that, Sheldon, because as I have said in previous videos, I'm hoping whether the West Indies win or lose, and I want them to win. We all want them to win. I'm hoping that the matches will go in the 5th day, so at least the team will be competitive. Supernova 22 is saying, either West Indies didn't bother putting any effort with the ball, or the Australian system is supreme. Davis smashes them all over the place. Yes, Supernova, he did 115 of 106 deliveries. You make a very good point there now. Either there were no effort on the West Indies bowlers, but Supernova, if there was no effort on the West Indies bowlers, isn't this the perennial problem that I'm always talking about? That we do not train or play with any intensity? That's the perennial problem you point out right there, Supernova 22. If there were no effort on our bowlers' part, isn't that our problem? Isn't that the crux of the matter? Isn't that the foundation of our matter? Because we do not take pride in the effort and the intensity and the dynamics of the game. Isn't that the root of the matter? So you're saying that they did not put any effort in their bowling, either that, or the Australian system is superior, or maybe let's hope supernova for our sake. Let's hope for our sake it's the glorious uncertainty of cricket why Davis could have batted so well last night. Maybe because cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty. So maybe last night was Davis's day. So, but it would be very sad. It would be very sad if supernova first part of his statement is right. It would be a very sad because that is the crux of Cricket West Indies problem. The effort and the intensity. And I hope that is not right. I hope that it's just one of those days when it was Davis' day. Sheldon Smith was saying that 259 was scored in only 60 overs. We took 90 overs to make 297. That's a good point. That's a good point. That 259 was scored in only 259 was scored in only 259 was scored in only 60 overs. We took all day to make 297. That means 259, 4 sixes is 24. So they scored, these little boys who have no first class experience, batted against Roach, Seals, Joseph, Reefer, Chase, and Anderson Phillips. 6 of West Indies' best test bowlers. And these little boys, without any cricketing experience whatsoever, not cricketing, any first class experience, were able to score at more than 4 runs per over against the West Indies bowling attack. You know, something that I forget to mention in yesterday morning. Gabriel got 4 wickets in the match against Barbados. He bowled fast. But what impressed me most about Gabriel last night when I was watching the match Wednesday night, what impresses me about is how fast he was getting back to his mark and turning around and running into bowl. It wasn't the lumbering Gabriel who was like he hardly could get back to his mark. He was getting back to his mark and he was charging in. He was bowling fast. He got 4 wickets and he looked very slim. He looked very fit. And if Gabriel can remain fit and get even fitter than he is right now for the next 2 years, he will be a great asset to West Indies cricket. He really looks good Wednesday night. And those of you who are watching Gabriel, he looks very, very good. He was bowling fast, and as I said, he was getting back to his mark quickly and turning in and running in quickly. And I was very impressed like that. And I hope whosoever is working with him continues to work with him. And I must congratulate Shannon Gabriel, for the work that he's putting in, because he really looked fit and sharp last night. Mr. Beer, it could be the pitch is a batting wicket. It could be, Mr. Beer, it could be, and it seems like it is a batting wicket. But when you look at it, even if it was a batting wicket, we scored at 3.5 runs per over, 3.17 runs per over. Yet still, the Australian youngsters were scoring above 4 runs per over. They were scoring at 4.25 runs per over. So while we were scoring at 3.17 on a batting pitch, the Australian youngsters with no first-class experience comes out and we're scoring at 4.25 runs per over. So, Mr. Beer, you could be right, and it appears that you're right. Yes, I would give you that it's a batting pitch. But why are these youngsters are able to score at 1 run per over more than the West Indies team? Why? That's a measuring stick of our cricket, because they are more intense than us. They play with more dynamics than us. Supernova 22 said, I have to commend Rovman for his most mature 100. Must say, Rovman has been exceptional as a captain for winning CPL and now in the Super 50 final where anything could happen. Yes, Supernova, there's a lot of talk about Rovman Powell, captain in the West Indies team, especially in Jamaica. He has other support around the region, but especially in Jamaica, the volume have turned up since last night. And that is why, although I'm a Jamaican, I also have to say that remember that Pooran made 99 not out in his final group match. He made 111 in the semi-final, and his team, Trinidad and Tobago, is also in the finals. So I welcome the debate. I love the debate that is going on between whether Pooran or Rovman should be the captain. And I'm going to post the question in the community. There's currently a poll in the community who should have won the man of the match for Wednesday night match. I did not look back at that before I came on here, but I'm now going to post this poll in the community, whether it should be Rovman or Pooran to captain the West Indies team, and see what this community is saying. But it was a very, very good match last night, and both matches were very good. And congratulations to Trinidad and Jamaica for making the finals. I want Jamaica to win because I'm a Jamaican. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to tell you who will win. I'm going to break it all down. But tonight again, the West Indies will play the final day in Australia, which will be Saturday in Australia, Friday night Jamaica time and Eastern Caribbean. And I hope that the bowlers will come out and perform much better. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was great being here with you this morning. Thank you for the feedback in the chat. This is a wonderful community. Thanks for your support. It really helps me. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Please slash a like on the video, share and subscribe. Just before I go, Juna Davis here. The only thing Jamaica team has to worry about is teething on. Okay, Juna Davis. Brandon has 4 bad decisions already. He's saying that Bradman have 4 bad decisions already. Okay, Juna Davis. Juna Davis is saying that the only thing that the Jamaica team needs to worry about is the umpires. Now, he said that Brandon King have 4 bad decisions already. So if that is so, then there must be a concern there. And thank you for pointing out that, Juna. I thank you for pointing. Your comments are welcome, Juna, and thank you for participating. I love the participation. Thank you all for tuning in. May you have a wonderful day, and please share the video. Please slash a like on it and subscribe, please. Thank you and have a wonderful day. May God bless you.